Hi. Okay, let me get this up here. Okay, how are you today? Sonia Lord is speaking. I guess I wanted to talk to you today. I've been hearing, I guess with the NFL coming down with this thing where if they take a knee, during the game or whatever, the players would be fined. And I saw Sunny, I forget her last name, but she's from The View, and she was talking a little bit about it. Now, what I don't understand, I really have like this thing I don't understand. First of all, like, I want to know where everybody went to school, okay? Because Colin Kaepernick and the other NFL players taking a knee does not equal protest. That's not even a protest. I don't know who called it a protest, okay? And then I don't even think Colin Kaepernick called it a protest at first, until everyone else started calling it a protest, which is not a protest. A protest for, the injustice and, the police brutality against young people of color, against black young men, okay? Taking a knee, when I heard of him and saw him, Colin Kaepernick, taking a knee, I didn't say, oh, wow, he's protesting. That's not the first thought that came to my head, okay? Because usually when a person takes a knee, okay, let's say a man, and he's going to ask a woman, whoever, to marry him, he takes a knee and ask her to marry him. When you go before royalty, like back in the day, they bent down on one knee. Martin Luther King Jr. did it too. Now, what that is, and get your dictionaries out. Look, I tell you what, everybody go get their dictionaries, okay? I even got my Black's Law Dictionary, okay? And a whole bunch of other dictionaries, and I looked it up. And according to language, the English language, and I'm pretty sure in other languages too, taking a knee does not mean that the person is protesting. It actually means the opposite. So yeah, I guess, there is a lot of fake news running around, okay? Because people want you to believe that taking a knee is a protest. It's a protest. No, in no way, shape, or form is that a protest. But I'm going to tell you what a real NFL protest would look like. But first, before I get to that, look. When a person takes a knee, it is symbolic of taking a plea, that you are pleading. It is a pleading. Okay, that's what it is. When a man takes a knee, asks the woman to marry him, he is pleading with her to marry him. Okay, that is a plea, and it can also be defined as a form of surrendering. Okay, so here these young men, they are surrendering in front of the flag. They are surrendering their hearts and their souls, because they're little brothers and cousins and children and all of that. They're being killed. Police brutality. That's a plea. Like, Please. And usually when you take a plea or you plead in that way, usually it is reciprocated with much consideration. You know, like when the man takes the knee, the woman is more likely to say, yes, I will marry you. You know, that's just the way it is. Yeah. When you go before a royalty or authority, well, like back in the day, you know, when there were kings and queens and all of that, and they would bow before the king or bow before the queen, that was a sign of respect. Okay, so now look. Oh, first of all, look it up in the dictionary. Okay, you'll find what I'm saying is in the dictionary. So I don't know where everyone got this mess about it's a protest. I'm gonna tell you what a real NFL protest would look like. Hold on. Let me use my wild blueberries. Wait. Let me tell you what you want to know what a real NFL that's not what them taking a knee is. That's not a protest. Are you kidding me? I'll tell you what a protest. I'm gonna tell you what a real NFL protest. If Colin Kaepernick were really, if he was protesting, I'm gonna tell you what he would have done. Okay, he would have got out on the field. Oh, this is what I would have done. You want to protest? Okay, they're on the field. Okay, they're on the field. They're all lined up, ready. And then I would catch the ball. Oh, no. Okay, maybe let's say I'm supposed to throw the ball. But anyway, I got the ball. Okay, I got the football, and I say, I'm not throwing nothing. And then I would be having my ball up, and I'd be like, no justice, no peace. No justice, you know, and then, you know, going all around the field. That's a protest. That would be now that's a protest. Taking a knee is not. Taking a knee is merely making a pleading to the United States to do something about this. Okay, that would be a protest. See, taking a knee, a protest interrupts something. Okay, a protest is disruptive. It interrupts stuff. Okay, you're walking down, it blocks traffic. You can't get through. It interrupts stuff. Okay. Taking a knee doesn't interrupt anything. Nothing at all. It doesn't stop them from playing the anthem. He's not trampling on the flag. I don't know. I'm just saying. You want a real protest? You let them NFL players get out on that field and decide, take their positions and just stand there and let the clock run. No, we're not playing ball today. And let them start screaming out, we want justice. That's a protest. That's a protest because it disrupts the game. It interrupts the regular order of things. That's what a protest does. Okay, so y'all complaining about taking a knee? Let these players decide to hold a protest. Let them decide to hold a protest. What are you going to do? They take the ball, right? And they start marching around the field with the ball. Ain't nobody playing that ball. That's a protest. Let them decide to do a real protest. Let them decide, we're not throwing this ball today. Okay, until we get just, let something like, now that's a protest. Okay, so, you know, and the NFL, I'm sorry, NFL. Now, I don't know, you know, I don't know much about football. I just, you know, I mean, I have like favorite teams sometimes. You know, I'm sort of that type, like, I wait until the very last, like till the playoffs and then the Super Bowl. And then I just sort of just pick one that I think is going to win. That's what I do. So, taking a knee. Sorry, NFL. Other people, that's not a protest. They're not interrupting the anthem or anything like that. They're just taking a knee, and that is a plea. That is a form of respect, actually. Don't get it twisted. That's respect. But if you want to see a protest, let those players, and they what? They 80% what? 80% black? Black. They 80% black. They 80% black. And all they're doing is seeing this injustice. What else, you know, and that's just a plea. But yeah, a real protest, that's a protest. When they get out there and instead of playing the game, they start marching around the field. Or they start holding up saying no justice, no peace. You know the things that they say at protests. We want justice. You know, if they got out on the field and instead of throwing the ball, they started giving a speech, calling off the names of all the young black men that have been killed excessively, with excessive force by law enforcement. I'm just saying, you know, sometimes, you know, instead of fighting against, you can say, look, what do you want us to do? What can we do? We already know that, you know, the NFL has failed its players in a lot of ways, okay? Especially because they knew that, in, you know, the sport, it could cause brain injury. What? They just kept on playing. Okay. And as far as young men, they're still falling short because a lot of young men are trying to get to the NFL. No, the NFL, they haven't put down any guidelines on, you know, like looking out for all these young men across the United States that are, you know, from little kids, they're into these pee-wee leagues and minor leagues and then they're taking it in high school and all of that, and the injuries that they sustain, and you know, they're not, you know, doing their part. So, and then here again, they're not doing their part. You know, how did taking a knee become a protest? And yet all the people that's calling it a protest, why are you calling it a protest? It's not a protest. Call it what it is. It's a plea. It's a surrender. That's what it is. That's not a protest. I told you what a protest looks like, what it looks like. They have that ball, and they be running around. They be running around that field, or walking around, marching around the field. Or they would stand after after the anthem and all of that, after that, they just took their positions in the game and just stood there and didn't move. That would be a protest. All right, so anyway, think about that and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. I want to know. Okay? I want to know. I could be wrong. You know? Anyway,